Thank you. Yes, bless you, and all that good stuff. All right, now, okay, from the Million Man March, Manpower, World War II, the 101st Airborne Division, MacArthur going through uh, Guadalcanal and the Philippines, all of these things that come about. Yes, even Truman said, we will return. We will do. All right. And then Churchill, never give up. Never give up. Man has always been the forefront. Man has always been the power. Man was given the power. He was given the authority. But what happened? What happened? What happened? So here we go. There's been a decline in the stability. There's been a decline in the process of manhood. There's been a great decline in the spiritual aspect of what man is all about. What is man supposed to be doing? Who is he? What is he about? Where is he today? But we see that, hey, our men, including me, because I'm a man, all right? And I put myself in the group, in the message too. We as men, we're falling apart. We're falling back. We're falling behind whole tradition. We're falling behind what we're supposed to be doing. Our home, relationships, communities, our country even. Where is the glory? Where is the power? Where is the excitement? Where is the joy? The hoorah? The togetherness? Yeah. But in the meantime, seem like we have fallen from grace. Right. Because now we're seeing egos, we're seeing insecurities, we're seeing self-centeredness, we're seeing narcissistics, we're seeing violence, we're seeing all of this unforgiveness, we're seeing no gratitude, more and more and more. Don't bother me, leave me alone. And then we're seeing more depression amongst the men today. Men are still giving up their life into the darkness. They can't handle the power. They can't handle the stress. They can't handle the pain. They can't handle the aggravation and all the other stuff that come about that disturbs them. So what's going on? What's going on? And then here comes a situation whereas the fathers, the one that was in the war, the one that was doing all of the mighty works in the early days, the one that was together, rubbing elbows and together we stand, divided we fall, hitting the ground running. Those guys are gone. They try to teach their young ones, but then here comes the system. Oh, you can't punish your child no more. No corporal punishment in school. No reading the Bible in school. No this, no that. And a child is able to call 911 on your behind and just make if you tell them they have to be home at 9 o'clock and here they come in at 10:30 and you say something to them and raise your voice at them a little bit, they call 911 on you. And then here come family services, take a child away from home. He's 16, 17. Well, he got a whole year he can live with foster parents nowadays. Wow. If you get into trouble, who they gonna call? They gonna call the parent. So now you got to spend extra money just to take care of them, get them out of jail, and you still got to provide for them. You still got to feed them. You still got to clothe them. Still got to provide for shelter. So they say. But now, all of these, the older ones, the patriarchs, the matriarchs, are gone. The one that were the heroes are gone. A very few left today. So now, that boy, that child, He's reached puberty. Now he think he's grown. He's got hey, teenage style now. He's getting ready to go into his teenage days. What happened? Because now he's settled into a situation whereas he, you can't tell him nothing. They're hard headed. They don't want to be bothered. They know everything. They know it all. So therefore, they're on their own. So after being on their own, what you gonna do? What can you do? So now you try to reason with them or try to do something, have these programs and everything. And now they're stuck in a position, a situation where they're not working. Factories are leaving town, factories are leaving the country. More imports are coming in with the same thing we used to manufacture because the states and the cities have to get more tax money. So the companies say, we go overseas. You know what I mean? And they go overseas and then they buy the same, you buy the same thing that you were prepared here for a price, reasonable and everything. And then these people are out of work. So now here come another situation called welfare, right? Man can't be in the house unless, especially if there's housing or something like that, government assistance that came up the welfare system, right? The man have to be outside. The few that were grown now, they've grown and everything, right? They have to be outside. And they can sneak back in whenever they want to and everything, this and that and the other. But then the mother gets cut off. So they had co-parenting more or less. The father was there when he could. He got to do some work when he could and everything. And then all of this started dwindling down and more. So now what is he going to do? What is he going to do? He's out completely, more or less now. So now his children are growing up. His children now doing the same thing that he was doing. Hard-headed, arrogant, disrespectful, can't tell them nothing. They know it all. You give them a little bit of advice. They don't want to. So now mom got to do 99% of the training and everything. But she can't train too much because she got to work. If she's not working, she's occupied in her mind. Her emotions are more or less occupied. She's not sitting there reading, studying, and teaching her children like in the old days. Nothing about the old days are current today, right? So anyway, now this mom, maybe she go a little side hustle, everything, a job, do something to make a couple of extra dollars, because they want you to go to work. They're going to give you some welfare. They're going to get you this, do that, but they want you to get some work. So you find a job. The mother find a job and everything. So now she comes home. She's tired. She's aggravated. Now she got to cook. So she's not teaching her sons how to cook or clean up or anything. So her sons now laying around. They have a device they call a babysitter, little box, you know what I mean, with pictures on it, right? But that phases out too. So they go to school. What they do in school? They're there for the contests. Very few are really getting into the homework. So there you have sports activities, right? So they join the sports activity and then they want to be popular. Instead of having that desire, that compassion for the sports and everything. No, they just want to be on the sport team so they can be popular, get girls, be seen, all this good stuff, you know what I mean? So now it's like they're just there. They're not really studying like they should be. So they have no drive for to get out there to do things, to push themselves. But who's pushing them? Who's pushing them? The one that's in the office of society, they're not really pushing them. Oh, okay, I'll see you later. All right. So anyway, so now they are not motivated. So this guy is not motivated, but in the meantime, he's there. He's grown. He's grown. He's hanging out more now, right? You get him a little job, and those who have a decent job, what do? Oh, they just there on the job making a paycheck, and that's what they do. The 9 to 5 paycheck, the middle person, not the poor, the poverty, not the rich and everything, but these are the regular people, the regular guys, right? What are they contributing to the company? What are they contributing to career? What are they contributing to something like they can put something in their mind to advance something? Even though the job might do this and job might do that, but are they studying? Are they trying to do more than do it? No. They take the little paycheck, they go buy a car, they go buy fine clothes, they go, there's a splurge. There's splurge. Now that job is more or less diminishing. But in the past, they had in schools, they had automotive mechanics, they had carpentry, they had electrician, all this stuff they used to do, plumbing in school. But then here come the government, here come the big man, cut it out, cut it out, cut it out. So now what are they gonna do? Instead of those who still had a couple of dollars, those who still had some clout or togetherness, you think they would say, "Oh, wait a minute, hold back up, Board of Education. Look at it. Wait a minute. Let me tell you something. We have a few guys here that can teach these guys something. Well, you're not going to get a grant. You're not going to do this, you got to do that. That's okay. We don't need it. But no, what they said, if we can't get a grant, we'll go apply for a grant. We're going to apply for this, apply for that. And the government said, we're not going to support this and that and the other. So what about the insurance? What about this? What about that? And now all these programs are cut out. You're still not being taught how to do electricity, air condition. Okay now. All these good things. You know what I mean? Plumbing, carpentry, remodeling, that kind of stuff. Bricklaying, that kind of stuff. Building house, that kind of stuff. Now here you see all of the influx of people from other countries coming in, doing these jobs. But what we do, take the little $2 or $3 we make, and we feed ourselves poison. Those burgers, the processed foods, the sweet cereal that we have to get because mom getting food stamps, and every child have a different box of sweet cereal because they can't eat regular stuff. They can't eat rice or grits or oatmeal. They don't want that anymore. You know what I mean? So now the body is becoming conditioned to that, and they becoming contaminated with the poison, and that starts a slow death. I'm sorry to say it has to be graphic, but it's true. Children are on the verge, on the road to a slow death, especially our men, boys there, the male species, the male child, boy child, man child, however you want to call it. All right. Now, on the road to a slow death. So now here they grown. They're of age, but they're not going to the gym like they used to, like they should go to the gym. They're not eating the right food like they should eat. You see a lot of women in the gym. Oh yeah, they squatting, popping, getting tight, getting this and getting right. But the guys, he's on his computer nowadays. He's on his Xbox. He's on this. He's on that. He's on the Mortal Kombat. Yeah. Okay, that beat you and I beat that. Now I can get so many points, this and that and the other. He's on sideline smoking, and they lacing that stuff with formaldehyde, which is an embalming fluid, and other little chemicals that they did to make it more potent. And now they're legalizing it, so it's even more now. So the percentage of men out there smoking it, and what they're doing, squatting on the side, or either they run in the air and hey, I got a bag, I got this, I got that. Come on, give me this, give me that. You know what I mean? That's the hustle. Hustle's that is. Nobody is teaching or studying about finances, financial literature. No one is talking about accounting. No one is talking about how to prepare for taxes and this, that, and other. Like we said, no one is learning about the electricity, the plumbing, and all that stuff. No, no, no. So now, with men are just there. If they're not in the jail, filling up the jail cell, they're filling up the grave. And men are dying faster than the women today. Women are living longer. What are men doing? Because men now, even from age of 25 and up, I would say 30, they start having prostate problems. What? Prostate problems? Yeah, enlarged prostate at 30 years old. Why? Because they contaminating, the blood circulating is not right. They have these bacteria in their bodies they're not knowing about because they don't go to the doctor like they should go to. They're not taking exercise, they're not eating right. They're not doing the thing, they're not hydrating their bodies with the right type of water or minerals and stuff like that. They're drinking the soda, they're eating these bad food. Okay, the continuation of destruction. So now they're grown, they're falling in love with all of this mental anguish, the mental disconnection, attitudes and everything, disposition, uh, the arrogancy, all this stuff. They're in denial of who they are, who they're supposed to be, because they're not educated to that, because no one is teaching them anymore about what a man is supposed to be about, what his destiny in life is about. He's not been taught that, hey, you are a product of the Most High. You are made special. You have a mindset. Well, nobody knows the mind of God, and His mind is higher than your mind, of course. But He's telling you that you have the opportunity to come into His mind. You can have the mind of God, the mind of Christ. Well, He give it to you once you connect with Him. But anyway, we're not here to preach today, or to teach scripture. But anyway, this is a part of life, and the policy and the value of life. He's teaching us to elevate our mindset, get the mind out of that no value opportunity, that no value situation, that decay, egotism, toxicity, and then your body is still being destroyed because you're still not eating right. You're eating all of this garbage food and everything. So now, like we said, you're pushing 25 to 30 years old. You're having all these different problems. You're having kidneys because you're not flushing the kidneys right. You're drinking beer, you're drinking this, you're drinking that. You're eating all this other stuff that your guts are messed up, your liver's gone. You don't know about it because you don't have that feel. You don't feel this stuff right away. Then here you go, 35. Now, for 5 years later, you really start to feeling these things, and the doctor tell you that, oh, you don't even go to the doctor. I'm sorry. You don't even go to the doctor at 35. You wait till you get around 50. But anyway, now, here you go, falling in love. And at first, when you're in your 20s, bam, you was there, hot thing. Soon you start hitting 30, 35, you start to going down the road, downhill. You can't keep up with your wife. Sorry to say, start to diminishing. 40, you have an ED already. You're having all these different problems already. So now she's cheating on you, or either she's fussing and aggravating you, and now the pressure's falling in on you, and now you're depressed, you're aggravated, you just losing it. You don't want to be bothered. You go until you're stuck in that situation, and then around 45, 50 years old, you're losing it. So this is what we're trying to tell you, wonderful people. We have to get back into getting your body, getting your mind straightened out, getting your spirituality straightened out. Well, you know how it is about this God thing. No. What about a joy? What about a peace? That's spiritual. What about happiness? What about just being kind and self-control? How about patience? All right. How about confidence in something? How many times do we do like sit around, be aggravated, be frustrated, don't want to be bothered. You can't take care of your home or everything. You're fussing fighting with your children, you're fussing fighting with your spouse, you're fussing fighting with your friends, you're betraying everybody, and then you say, well, I'm just minding my business. Okay, you're just minding your business. But all these things are happening in your body. All these things are happening in your society. All these things are happening to you as to be a failure. And now you're headed towards the proverbial grave sites. Yes, yes. Heart condition, the sugar, kidneys, prostate, your guts, your liver, circulation, your breathing. You can't hold your breath too long. So now, well, my husband, all he does is come home and just sit there and he goes to sleep. He's tired. He said he got a lot of big projects at the work. He just work all the time. Well, I've been working 2 or 3 jobs. But what about emotions? Huh? What about emotion? What about that situation where you call yourself being there for your family, protector, a defender, provider? Well, I'm providing, but you're not providing for their emotion. You're not providing for their love side. You're not providing because even the scripture tell you that learn to please your wife. Learn to give her honor. How about giving her praise? Wow. But no, you come in, you're aggravated. Next thing you know, you have a domestic violence situation going because now you have anxiety attacks, you have all of this stuff, anger issues, you have lust issue because you're on porn all the time, or either if you're not on porn, you're just out there skinning and grinning and on different social media sites looking at women. Yes, looking at women because I was there looking at women and then talking to them about what happened, how you get to this place, what's going on, how do you feel about this, how you feel about that. And then I look at their lists. Oh yeah, they have a list of people that, how you say, Mary Jane Sue have 800 followers. So I started looking at the followers. No. Then all of a sudden I see Reverend Jack, Minister Aaron, for real. People are so naive that they still put down the title on these different sites, knowing all the time that that they don't think that people are going to be listening, looking at them. And I see so many people that's supposed to be in church, they're supposed to be teaching and preaching about this and that and the other and goodness of God and all this stuff out there doing this. Like, what? Wow. Okay. But these are learning experience that we can do. And then no matter how far down we have gone, we can still bounce back if we have that opportunity and have the time, the space in time that can come back with our bodies, come back with our spirit, come back with our emotion, come back with our thinking. Mental illness is no joke. Depression is no joke. All these things that happen to our body, that illnesses, they're no joke either. But we can still overpower, overshadow, and get rid of some of that stuff. But then we've been taught these lies. Deception is still on the rise. Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Once you're an addict, you're always an addict. You'll never get healed. You'll never be free. You'll never. That's a lie. That's a lie. I do believe that that's a lie because I know that when I see the word, it says that you can heal, you can step on scorpions and tread on snakes and scorpions and overshadow, overcome, and be authority over all works of the evil one. No matter what he try to put down and put up, you can overshadow and overcome it. Boom. As long as you stay connected with the source of life. And that life says that you can have his mind, you can have his spirit, and you can have his power. So the Holy Spirit is no joke. So with that in mind, wonderful people, I just want to bring this to you, little short, you know what I mean, to let you know that just because man is falling, you don't have to keep falling. You don't have to stay down. You can rise up, get up, and be aware. He can be powerful. He can have the strength, and he can keep moving towards the value. He can move towards the goal and destiny that was set for him from Jump Street. And we're going to bring some more messages about that part too. Because see, and I'm going to have to tell you so you can be thinking about it, all right? Then you know that when God created man from the dust of the earth, he created man to be his child. Eventually, well, you know, you had to go through some things, there was some stuff, right? But this is what he planned to do through Christ. He said that we should be inheritance with Christ. And then Christ said, okay, I think it was in Hebrews, book of Hebrews, say that I no longer call you servant, but brothers and sisters. We are brothers and sisters of Christ, because there's also another place where he said that with love and perfection has become perfected, that on the day of judgment, as he is in heaven, so are we on the earth. Come on. You don't need a rocket scientist, genius mentality to understand that. He wants us to be his children, his sisters and brothers. The earth was made for us. But no, we like to play with dangers, play with death. We contaminate it. We don't want to get eliminate that stuff out of our system. All right. So come people. Let's live life, enjoy life, and then wake up and get up and then go up to a better place. Stop being a failure. Stop being a loser, because we have lost so much. And now get it back together and step up and be the strong as you used to be, as once was, that we were conquerors, but not so much in the physical, but conqueror over the evil, conqueror over the situation, conqueror over all those things. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. So with that in mind, take care. God bless. Be blessed. And spread this out. Let somebody know about these things. Come on. We can do this. All right now. Take care. Be blessed. Be blessed. Be blessed. Bye now. Hey, thank you for watching. Thank you. Bless you and all that other good stuff. All right now. Let me see what we got up here. Tell me about that food stuff. You know, and we still can't get it together to know that we're killing ourselves with food. It's a slow death. It messes up your blood system. It messes up your gut system. It messes up your heart, your brains, and all that stuff. Food, because the food have the nourishment from the ground. And all these things are made to our source of energy. But if no source of energy, what happens? It's just like trying to run a car with a small battery. All right, you need the right type of battery, and food is the power that's in that battery. It's like trying to use a big flashlight and you have a what the other AA battery. Come on, no, it ain't gonna work. So it has. Let's see here. All right now. Well, we have to keep hope alive. We have to keep moving and keep going in the right direction. In the right directions. All right now. So with that in mind, thank you, thank you, thank you again and again and again. And like I say, if we want to come on to talk more about these kind of things, we talked about depression. We talked about the women losing it. We talked about how the men are not usually holding fast to the leadership, and the women are being controlled over the man because now she's out there trying to be controlled because she was in that process of being the single parent. So what else she gonna do? She ain't gonna just let her family do nothing or go to waste. So she have to step up. But how about the men with her and they together, they step it up because they're supposed to be one in the spirit, one in the flesh. But that's not happening as it should happen. So with that anyway, we're gonna come back and bring you some more, and we just hope that someone catch a hold to these things. You know what? We're not gonna preach you happy, but we want to try to treat you in a just way, in a way whereas we're gonna keep living so that when that day comes, when it says all going and coming like a thief in the night, you can hold your hands up and say, hallelujah. I ain't gonna have to run to no mountain. I ain't got to run nowhere. Here I is. Peace and grace. Bye now. There you go. Where am I? Oh, here you go. That's right. You gotta use body, mind, and spirit. Yes, yes, yes. All right now. Take care. Woo-hoo.